So, have you ever thought about whenever you use hand sanitizer and it says it cleans 99.9% of your germs?
Yeah.
And so whenever you use it, say I have hand sanitizer.
Okay.
And I use it and I put it on my hand.
You got to speak more into the mic. You're not sounding real good there.
And I put it in my hand, right? I clean my hands.
Yeah.
I have cleaned 99.99% of germs.
Correct.
What about that 0.1%?
That's probably the good germs that they don't want to kill.
Okay, but say I felt unsatisfied.
Listen,
So I put more hand sanitizer on.
Listen, the reason they say 99.99% is because they can't say 100%.
They can't.
They legally cannot tell you that it'll kill every germ on your hand.
And why is that?
So wait, go back to what you were saying. You put more on, then does it kill 99.9% of those germs? That are left?
Yeah, exactly. So is
Just
it going
keep
to kill?
splitting and splitting.
Yeah,
and
so-
splitting.
That reminds me of something.
Is it gonna kill 99.99% of that 0.1% of the germs?
Yeah, because there's probably still a lot left, to be honest.
To be honest, is it better to use hand sanitizer or hand soap?
I'd rather wash my hands like with soap and water.
Hold on, I gotta correct his math. It was 0.01%.
That's true.
One.
No,
it's
0.01. 0.01.
Oh yeah, 0.01.
Yeah.
I left the zero out because
You don't do that. It's math. Otherwise, that's.
But let's go back to what you were saying. Just keep on putting on the hand sanitizer real quick.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That reminds me of something. Any of y'all ever watch Vsauce on YouTube?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of it.
V what?
Vsauce.
V sauce?
Yeah, he goes, "Hey, Michael, Vsauce here."
Hey, Vsauce. Michael here.
No.
No, he goes, "Hey." No, he
never-
goes, "Hey, Vsauce, Michael here." I mean, he's talking to his audience, which is Vsauce. So, anyways, this guy's he's like a scientific guy. He was doing this thing. It's like a theory or something. He has this cake, right? He's like, "What if I keep cutting this cake in half? Do I have an infinite amount of cakes?"
Whoa.
What?
You cut the cake in half, right? You cut that half in half, and you cut that half in half. You cut that half in half, and you can never stop cutting it in half. There's always a half of something.
I know.
Know what I mean? You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I
it's
think
the same
so.
thing with those germs. There's never going to kill 100% of them, no matter how much you put on. Because it's.
I thought it was just because the air was dirty. So once he cleaned off, automatically the germs in the air that just get on your.
Well, there could be airborne germs, I guess. I mean, I feel like we're getting too deep for our
the race. The race you can never win because you can only travel half the distance, right? You can only go halfway to the finish. Okay, now do another halfway to the finish and another half until. I mean, it can go on forever. It's infinite.
So you're saying that there's infinite germs?
Yes,
actually, yeah.
they're microscopic.
You can't see them.
You caught up?
Man, there's water bears in there.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted. I'm Dale.
I'm Cameron.
You should have talked about which order. I'm Juan.
I'm Mason.
Once again, I'm Cameron.
All right. So, what do you?
Yeah, we got a good one for you today.
Yeah, you don't know how to do these intros?
What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, we got some burning hot topics for you guys.
Mason hates that.
Man, okay.
What was that?
Let's redo it.
Why do we gotta redo it? No.
Let's leave it in. Leave it in. It's fine.
We're good. How do you guys feel about dead presidents?
I guess I don't have an opinion on them. Are we talking about U.S. presidents?
Really worried about the dead presidents.
Well, the mic.
What's to worry about?
Yeah, what are they
I
gonna
mean,
do?
I never really thought about dead presidents.
How would you feel if we launched dead people into space?
Specifically dead presidents, you say?
I had like 1 hour to prepare for this topic.
Sending people to space. But what would that help? I mean, you can't do any testing.
Well, okay, so I think it could help with like space, you know?
Man, space
you're
could
talking
use some
about,
presidents.
We're going to launch these into space.
I wish we had more land and stuff.
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
these
that's what I'm saying,
cemeteries,
like-
send them up into space.
But
Yeah.
wait, is sending 4 dead presidents into space really going to free up much space?
Okay, why are we talking about presidents? And
All right,
he
guys.
didn't look at the set list.
I did look at the set list. He's the one
him.
that, I was gonna say.
No, but my question is, why specifically George Washington, Ronald Reagan, Dwight D. Eisenhower, and Kennedy? Those are the 4 that it said.
I don't know because
Do they still have George Washington's remains?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. I
They
guess
do,
they're
yeah.
saying they do. Look, the remains of 4 presidents are set to be fired into space as part of a scheme to create a quote-unquote cosmic time capsule to tell future civilizations about bygone American leaders and culture.
So you're telling-
American Space Bureau Company Celtis
Can't even say it.
Celtis has announced the DNA of founder George Washington will be sent into solar orbit along with Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, and Ronald Reagan. Also aboard the United Launch Alliance Vulcan rocket will be the remains of several stars of the original
calling it the
Star
Vulcan?
Trek series,
Yeah, that's what I say. The Vulcan, that's from Star Trek.
including DeForest Kelley, Dr. McCoy, Nichelle
Is this real?
Nichols,
Is this
I
real?
have
And the
no
creator
idea.
of
I didn't have
Gene-
time.
Ron Berry.
This can't be real.
I didn't have time to fact check
This has got to be one of those fake news articles.
I think this is real.
But
This
here's
is, 100%.
okay. If that's real, what I want to know is
See, it has hashtags interesting facts.
they're gonna have aliens driving by. They see John F. Kennedy floating in space. They're like, oh, stop over here. They get him in. They're looking at this guy that's been dead since the 60s, and they're like, wow, the U.S. had a missile crisis in the 60s.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think I don't know how to feel about them just automatically assuming that there's going to be future civilizations living in space.
Well, it's funny you say that because we might be living in space in the future.
What you mean?
Well, I know we talk about this quite a bit, but
there's no water in space.
but
I was about to
living-
say we're turning into like a space podcast.
Dude, we should.
I know we talk about this a lot, but like civilization on Mars. Well, NASA, not Elon Musk. This is NASA is taking steps for that right now. They're planning on by 2025 doing another mission to the moon, the first one in over 50 years.
I don't know, because like I remember when I think we talked about this last podcast when Dale wasn't here, right? Did we talk about space last podcast?
We talked about space for the
a
last
little
3
bit.
podcasts.
We talk about it.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
But
so
not
basically-
this. This is new. This is new.
I thought
this is
that
new stuff.
I thought the government wasn't spending that much money.
No, they are. They are. They're planning on.
Spending all the money.
They're planning on sending some guys to the moon now.
do you know who we should send to the moon? Everyone who believes in that the Earth is flat.
Man.
Send
Man,
those
it-
up there.
Man, I would say that if it's flat.
They're like,
to go to
oh,
space.
okay, it's a circle, but it's still flat. But yeah, no, they want to send them back to the moon. First moon mission in 50 years, and NASA says they want a more permanent presence on the moon.
Well, the thing is that I thought for some reason we were always on the moon.
Huh?
What?
I just thought we were always like there was some astronauts
Somebody's-
out there doing some
No, dude.
No, they
stuff on
haven't-
the moon.
No, NASA hasn't sent people to the moon since the 70s.
Why?
It died.
Is that the reason?
No, no, they concluded all of their research at the time. They were like, well, this is as far as we can get right now.
The moon's made of cheese.
Let's collect these moon rocks and head back. Call it a day, you know. And so since then, I mean, yeah, there've been people in space, but here's the thing: here's Earth, right? How far away do you think the International Space Station is from Earth? How
It has to be about 17 miles.
would you say? Would you say it's like out here from Earth? Huh?
No.
Here?
No.
Here?
What, from your
Yeah,
finger
maybe.
to the other finger? No, it's much further.
No,
it's
I
like
think it's right here.
Yeah, it's right here. It's like it's in the atmosphere, just falling. The moon is way the over here. You know what I mean? It's very far away.
It's past the Van Allen belts.
It's basically deep
Van Allen?
space.
It's Van Allen.
The Van Halen exit.
No.
I don't know what you're talking about either.
You're usually the one that's like, yeah, that's right.
I don't know that one. I just know that the moon is very far away, and NASA is planning on going to the moon while it's the furthest away from Earth, because they're trying to test to see how far they can go.
I like it.
They're gonna do a more permanent presence on the moon, and I guess they're gonna have just a research facility there.
They just could be out there doing stuff.
They really are, and
What is there to do?
I guess
collect more rocks.
look at space and see what they can do with it.
Oh wow, brother, we're in space.
But it's a step closer to getting on Mars. If they can if they can be there for long periods of time on the moon, why not Mars?
What are you more intrigued about, space or the ocean, bottom of the ocean?
I don't know why, but I thought you were gonna be like, "What are you more into, space or the new Harley Davidson that just came out?"
That's a good question. I'm equally intrigued by both of them.
So am I.
I'm more intrigued by the space.
Yeah, space. I would have to say space.
Space is something there. I'm scared of drowning, so I'll never.
But there's still a lot about the ocean that scientists don't know.
Well, we know for sure how deep we can go with a submersible.
That is true. And man, if you were here last week, you would know about the first submarine that successfully carried out a mission.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
So check out the last week's episode.
What's it called? The thing is, we can't go to, we can't dive deep to the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the ocean.
Well, I think it's been done before. It requires it's a bad time to get tongue tied. Basically, we need a lot of technology to do that. How we have to do it is so complicated. Shut up, dick.
I think that they had I don't think humans have, but they've sent robots and cameras and shit down to the bottom of the ocean.
Well, they've sent robots and cameras to Mars too.
Yeah.
So
They sent a rover out there. It was a Mars rover.
No. The Mars rover.
The director of Titanic went pretty deep.
Yeah,
James Cameron.
James Cameron is the one human to go is the deepest in the ocean than anybody.
He is. What? Nah.
You sound like one of those hillbillies that are just out of their minds. Man,
Shit.
there's a fly on the Mars rover. I saw it.
Fucking Mike's right here.
And there are Martians up there.
But space, for instance, I guess we need more technology. But if we were to send something out there, our problem is time, because it's so infinite,
Yeah, we probably won't see it in our lifetime, to be honest.
I wish we would.
Unless we do something about it.
We should.
Yeah,
Us four?
Yeah, if we can talk about it all we want, but are we actually going to... We can make a difference.
What if we built a cannon, right? It's so powerful that just shoots us to Mars so fast.
Why does it have to be a cannon?
Why wouldn't it be a
Can you
cannon?
afford rocket fuel?
Right.
Have you seen the price of gas?
My thing is when they go up into space and stuff, how do they come back? How do they know where to go? What if you're
Well, I'm pretty sure they've all seen the picture of Earth, so they just aim for that.
the Earth is rotating, and if you're
well, you got to go in an angle. You got to follow the spin.
The spin, the orbit.
Well, the thing is, the space shuttle, has this little thing on the top of it. It loses the rest of it, right? And when it lands on the moon, it's just this orb thing.
Yeah, it's like a little thing.
And then it has little rockets that shoot it off, and it just falls into the orbit of Earth.
But what if they leave out of Houston, right? But then when they come back, they're in China.
They're usually in the ocean.
Oh.
Whenever they come back,
They're aiming for the ocean.
Yeah, it's the safest way to get back. So
but it's not an exact science.
But the new Elon Musk rockets, those could come back fully intact.
Like a boomerang.
Yeah, they come back and they land.
I say, why didn't they think of that? Just a big ass boomerang.
I was about to say, they did. It's out. Well, Elon Musk, if you watch this, we all want to go to space, for we can. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. The last people who went because they had money and had the opportunity to go somewhere that people normally can't go, they died.
Yeah, That sounds about right.
So
Yeah, this is different. This is space.
Okay, but look, think of it this way, though.
You can't implode in space.
Wow. God.
Okay, but think of it this way. Those idiots, they went to go look at a ship that people have seen before. Like, it's in a fucking movie. Who cares? You know, you're going to space. Have you seen space before?
Have you seen space?
I own a piece of the Titanic.
Cap.
He's gonna get it right now. And while he's
That's
getting
probably the most lamest thing I've ever heard.
So
in
while
my
he's
life.
getting that, we'll get a word from our sponsor, Air.
air. No,
Need it?
you know, and the guy that built that submarine even admitted he cuts corners. I don't think Elon Musk cuts corners. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think he's the type.
No, he doesn't believe in
why are you
corners.
wiggling your fingers like, don't mind if I do? He's got donuts in there.
So this little piece of wood was found off the Titanic.
Cap.
Wow.
It's not kept. I have plenty of documentation somewhere. I don't know where it's
And
at.
somebody found that. Like,
No. This is, and there's also a little 1912 diamond there.
was that on the Titanic?
No,
Yeah, why is it there?
1912 is the year that the year that it sank.
Mm.
But this piece of wood, I got a story about it. I know a little off topic, but
Hey, pass it around.
I don't know.
I remember the first time he saw Titanic was pretty recently.
goes
And
in
that's
the
all he could talk about.
No. I saw it years ago. I just forgot about it.
I mean, he got back into it, and he really got into it.
The story about that piece of wood is after it sank, there was a lot of wood that was floating on the surface. There was a guy, all these rescue ships went out there. There was a dude that was a carpenter. So he salvaged a lot of the wood. He made a bookshelf out of the wood, kept it in his family for like a lot of years and stuff. And then it got passed down to generations where some family member ended up wanting to take pieces of it and sell it. So they...
I thought, I don't know why I thought basically say, yeah, a lot of that wood floated up to the top, so I just sailed on out there and grabbed me a piece.
Bro, there's no way.
Everything
I hate to say this, but
Everything on
I
is
think
fake.
you
That
got
football,
screwed.
that wasn't signed by Dwayne Thomas. It's fake. I did that myself.
So is this the...
Wait. That I believe, because the
Is this the
handwriting's good.
documentation you're talking about?
The little piece
That-
of paper.
Authentic Titanic wreck wood. 1912 U.S. Liberty Nickel.
I got documentation somewhere.
I thought it was misspelled. I was like, what are you talking about?
Man, well, authentic is misspelled on here.
Is it
so
really?
that gives you a clue. No, it's
No,
not.
he said no, it's not.
It's
I'm like,
not.
damn.
It's not.
Bro, that's-
eBay lied.
That's not even wood, dude.
Yeah, they just printed off a piece of paper with like, as like just they took a picture of wood and printed it off, folded it up and put it in.
Mason, what were you showing us off camera?
Off camera, I have a lot of silver. I have a 5-ounce silver bar right here, pure silver, 5 ounces.
Does it have writing on it?
Yeah, it says
That's
5
fake.
troy ounces. What do you mean it's fake?
Let me see.
Heavy.
Let me test that. I'll tell you if it's real or not.
It's not chocolate.
Yeah, it tastes like silver.
I got a lot of cool stuff in it. I got
Way to test
silver
it.
dollars, you know.
Well, I guess you're set. Too bad that currency's going digital.
Yeah.
This will always be worth something.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Not
I don't
China!
think so
China's
anymore.
doing right now.
Yeah, China's doing the crazy stuff.
No.
How many
Gold and silver are losing its value because of China.
What?
It's crazy.
You ever heard that?
Silver is used in everything.
I know.
That will always have value.
But now everything, because of what China's doing, it's defacing it.
No.
Because they're not using silver anymore. They're using plastic.
What you got?
He shows out a 1911. He goes, "Say my shit's cool."
I got some silver bullets.
And this thing, it says made in China right here.
What's that?
You know what this looks like, right? What does it look like?
A $20 bill.
Paper.
$20 bill? It's not any a $20 bill. It's Hawaii stamped. When they were in the Japanese invasion and stuff, they stamped the money, and this is the only currency you can use at the time. And then after the war ended, they requested all of these back,
Wait a
but
minute.
people still kept them. It's real.
What war? What war?
Man, he wrote that
World War
on there.
II.
He wrote
They
Hawaii.
didn't invade Japan.
Man, he even
That's
spelled it
fake.
wrong.
Pearl Harbor. What do you mean?
They didn't invade Pearl
Man,
Harbor.
that's not even how you spell Hawaii, bro.
Dale's over here. Man, that was George W.
It's a lot of money. Man, dude, that's what I like. Stuff like this. Look,
Where's the documentation for any of this stuff?
Tell us who those people are on those coins.
who are these people?
Talking to the mic, please. Talking to the mic.
Okay, so here is a Jefferson nickel, you know,
Yeah.
in 1941. And then in 1942, they had to use silver in coins. So that's a silver Jefferson nickel. Here's a steel penny. The steel penny because they were using scrap metal and stuff. And then this is a shell case penny. This penny is made out of shell casings.
You didn't tell me who's on the penny.
Abraham Lincoln.
On all of them?
On. Man, y'all roasting me, man.
Nah, man. It's cool.
It's cool stuff.
It is cool stuff.
I actually do like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Got silver rounds or copper rounds.
I love
copper.
You just hear that.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Y'all ain't interested.
So you know what I'm
You
saying?
showed those to me before.
What would happen if we had that money and had some kind of time machine or some kind of machine that took us into space and then you get lost in another universe? Would that money still work there?
I don't think any money would work there.
I thought it was universal. I thought silver is it's never going to go away.
They could probably use the silver if they. It depends on what universe we go to, how technology
Wait,
advances.
I got it. How about this? You got this big collection of valuable things. Like you're a millionaire because of that box, right? And then something happens where you get taken to a universe, an alternate you, where money is worthless. It's a cashless society. We don't use money.
We use man's word.
Darn.
And then owning any of that stuff that's in that box is actually illegal.
Okay. All right. I see where this is going. They're just trying to debunk everything.
No.
And you can't drink any beer.
And the Cowboys are outlawed.
Oh shit!
I'll kill. Well,
What?
that.
That's staying in.
No, but okay. So murder is legal except for when you're killing because of the Cowboys.
But talking about alternate universes, there's a movie out there called Another Earth. Have you guys seen it?
It's called
It's
Another Earth.
It's called Another Earth.
How long ago was this movie made?
It was I think it's like 2012. I don't know.
Why have I never heard of this?
Have you seen the movie 2012?
Yeah,
Pretty
On
dumb.
Kosak, huh?
not that one. We're not talking about that one.
That's almost like an alternate universe in a way.
Yeah, Another Earth. It was about I don't know, but the whole purpose is there was another Earth, and it slowly started coming toward this planet, and we were following a character. Every time she looked up, it was like slowly getting closer as she grew up and getting older. And then at one point, it was like the whole sky was filled with this other Earth, right? And then she got selected, I think, to go on this mission to go to the other Earth. And the movie ended by, spoiler alert, but it's been out for freaking 10,
12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. The ending is she goes to her address. She's realizing everything's mirrored. That Earth was mirrored with the same Earth she lived on.
It's like
And-
that movie with Jim Carrey.
I thought he was going to say, that's like that movie, Another Earth. No, but she actually went to her address. She went to her house. It was in the same city, same street, same everything. And then the movie ends with her getting out of the car. The camera kind of pans, it's following her. And then she turns around, she stops, she's looking, the camera reveals that it's also her
Looking at each other.
looking at each other, and then the movie just cuts off.
Whoa.
So wait, what happens in between that? That sounds like the most interesting thing in the whole movie. What?
Yeah.
Everything's just going fine. It just goes about her day. She's doing running errands.
I told you, she's running errands. She's just living her life. But every time she's looking up, she sees this Earth that is slowly getting closer. Look, this is an older movie. It wasn't that good. But, I mean,
I was
the
gonna
ending
say,
was crazy.
I'm starting to see why I'd never heard of this movie.
Okay.
I mean, that's a cool concept, but
yeah.
So I want to talk
Man,
about
play the
movie.
trailer for Another Earth.
Okay. But wait, before you go on your whatever you're going to talk about. I didn't mean it in a rude way.
It sounded in a rude way.
Well, maybe I did. Anyway. But there were studies done that were like where you get deja vu moments. That it was like an alternate you that was experiencing something. Like you in another
I've heard of that.
another dimension. So like let's say, for example, I walk in that room and you're like, whoa, like I've seen this before.
It's like the Mandela.
Deja vu.
Yeah, like deja vu. Like in
That's what
another
he just said.
dimension, that happened, but things were a little different. Like it's a different you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Mandela effect. Man, we should talk about that sometime.
We talked about that plenty. I want you to talk about a movie. This is a little controversy, especially in today's era. The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have y'all seen it?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Not seen
Me and
that.
Jalen went to go see it. We didn't have any issues seeing it, but on social media, it's constantly brought up that people are going to the movies, the AC's off, or the theater isn't working. Hey, the lights are going to stay on, so if you want to watch the movie, watch it. If you get a refund, there's all these things that are happening that's preventing people from watching the movie. They'll go in, they'll pay for it, and then these managers and stuff will come in and be like, hey, the toilet's not working or the bathrooms ain't working, so if you want to refund. They're basically keeping people from watching it. And
What's the movie about again?
it's a human trafficking.
And it's based on a true
Like that-
story.
It's based on a true story.
Like, what do you mean? Like, this is my first time hearing about it. Was it partaking in it or something? Or
No, so it's exposing, because there's really no movies out there about human trafficking.
Well, there is, but
Yeah,
it's
there
all
is,
fiction.
but it doesn't.
exposing like
It's more of just in the scene. Like when you watch a movie that there's human trafficking, it's just kind of touched on a little bit. This
Yeah,
whole
it's-
movie is about human trafficking.
Well, no, there was a movie. What's that band? They're from Australia. For King and Country.
yeah.
They made a movie about human trafficking too.
Really?
Yeah.
But so this
Good
is
band.
this is about a true story about an agent who worked for man, I can't remember what agency he worked for, but he worked for the agency. He saved like one or two kids, and then he was like, "This isn't enough. I want to save more."
Right.
And then he basically he quit his job. They told him like, "Hey, you're coming back home. Like you're not staying there." And then he quit his job. He stayed out there with another guy who had money, who was also against human trafficking, and they set up sting operations and stuff. But it's just crazy that they're trying to cancel this. And at the end of the movie, there's like a special message of the actor, like basically saying like, "This is nothing about me. This is."
Who's the main actor?
I can't remember.
It was,
His name. He's been in other stuff.
Jim Caviezel.
Yeah.
He played Jesus.
But he says he was like, this movie.
He played Jesus in Passion, another
Yeah.
Mel Gibson movie.
He says that the movie was made 5 years ago, but it never got approved to go out into theaters and stuff. So they said it's been a real battle. Hollywood didn't want to cast it. Hulu didn't want to stream it.
Are they just bashing Hollywood?
Netflix didn't want to stream it,
Or just because of the topic?
It's not bad. It has nothing to do with Hollywood, but I guess there's more behind the scenes about the movie and how it actually got filmed, and nobody wanted to take on the project to like help film it. That's why Mel Gibson stepped up and helped produce it. But yeah, I mean, they're doing everything that they can to try to like.
Yeah, and it's funny how they're trying to discredit it, where they're like, oh, they're showing this guy that did this as like this big action hero, and they're embellishing on the facts. It's like, what fucking movie doesn't? Like.
He even said, he's like, this is nothing about me. This wasn't me trying to gain fame from this movie or anything. I want to bring awareness to this, like the actual world problem. It's a good movie, but it's just very controversial right now.
Yeah. So what? You're promoting it?
I am promoting it. Go watch Sound of Freedom. It's a very good movie. Make you cry. It'll make you cry.
You cried?
I teared up a little bit. Teared up. It's very sad. It's kids. Human traffic. Real story. It's sad. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing at anything.
You're laughing.
I'm not.
Cameron, would you watch it?
Huh?
Would
Would
you
I
watch
watch it? I would love to watch it.
No, fuck it. Let's go.
But
It's just a clip of us all sitting in the theater the movie, in the same outfits we have on.
Can we for real do that? That'd be so funny. That's
But-
top tier quality content, right?
I just figured I can make that into a little clip. Post it.
Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Actually,
yeah.
not a sponsor.
They
could
at the
sponsor
end
us.
of the movie. They tell you to scan a code, and that gets you like you can donate money so people can watch the movie. Like you're donating money to turn into tickets so other people can. They want more people to watch it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, my wife just got a QR code today that said if you experience any issues while watching the movie, to scan that code and like enter what happened and everything. They'll give you your money back.
Yeah, man, it's
I want to do that.
Yeah, same. I like free shit.
not the point.
We're gonna get like all the comments. What's that QR code?
Yeah, put that in there.
Make up lies. That didn't happen.
Yeah, this is good. This is a good episode.
So we were going to talk about how who brought it up that if I think it was you, Cam, that said if we hit it big, would y'all quit your jobs and do this full time? It was you. Well, I asked when I started talking. No one said anything. So.
Yeah, so like let's just say we blew up and we were getting called.
I'm gonna edit that in.
We blew up. We're getting asked to go to Vegas, do podcasts. We're living the life. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people that are interested in us.
I love how like his height of celebrity is Vegas.
No, but yeah, Vegas, man. That's
Pretty much we're up there with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan's
Crowder.
even- yeah.
Whoa, hold on. Let's not.
But like
mention
Joe
Crowder
Rogan
right
is
now.
like, hey man, y'all are like killing it. You come on my like we're just up there, right?
Theo Von.
Would you,
Mr. Beast.
Would y'all quit y'all's jobs?
As long as I'm making more money, yeah.
But how much more money?
What if like after traveling fees and all that stuff, you probably made 10, 15K more?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You would?
Yeah.
I would quit tomorrow if I made the same that I'm making now. Like,
I was about to say I would quit if I would take a pay decrease, like a little
I'm
bit.
not taking a pay
No,
decrease.
I don't
If I
think you
make
should
the
take a
same,
decrease.
then I'll do it. If I make the same, then yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, if
I will not take any decrease.
no.
Yeah, if I got like a 10,000, even like that'd probably be the max. I'd go 10,000, 15,000 decrease in my salary, my yearly salary.
Yeah.
I'll do it because it's something that, we're not. We all work at a movie theater, so it's like I don't have to shuffle popcorn all day. So
Right.
I can do this, just chill out, kick off my shoes,
Hell yeah.
at somebody else's house.
Oh, but
Yeah.
at this point, if we're going, if we got the big time, then we have our own studio.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's rent. You have rent.
that's why we're on the road to 1 billion.
So that's why.
A billion subscribers.
What are we at?
42.
42.
Refresh it.
Oh shit, we got one more from last week.
Refresh it.
42.
Yeah, 42.
Ah, shit.
I like it. That's a good number.
I wanted to celebrate.
Where are we at on time?